Have you ever wanted to come and stand here for yourself and to see what the camera is seeing with your own eyes? Have there been things that have held you back? Maybe finances, maybe commitments at home, maybe a health struggle, maybe you don't like the heat, maybe you're not able to eat the food here. Many reasons why people would love to come, but they can't. Or have you ever been here and you wanted a drink of cold water on a day like today, but your tour guide, maybe even me, took a fire hose of information and of revelation, and you felt like you were blasted off the face of this earth, but at the same time you had a longing to be able to retain and encapsulate all that you were taught while you were in the land. Or perhaps you came here together with all of the nations that were flocking to Jerusalem, as the prophet Isaiah described in Isaiah 2, and you just long to be alone somewhere. You long to get off the beaten track. Or perhaps you listened to all of the information and revelation that you were taught, and maybe your guide, maybe even me, opened subjects that they didn't have time to fully close, that they didn't fully have time to bring to conclusion, and you just wanted to sit in your armchair, open the Word of God, and to plumb its depths on a particular subject. If any of these things speaks to you, then I hope that I have something for you. Now, I have not been able to take people around the land for the last 5 months, and I've been asking the Lord, what do you want me to do with my time? And I felt like one of the things that He asked me to do was to transfer as much of my teaching as I possibly could online, whether it's through video, whether it's through podcasts, or whether it is through written articles, my new blog site, israelandthenations.org, my harp worship videos I've been putting on my YouTube channel, which is simply my name, Katharine van der Beek. But what me and my husband and my son are about to launch is going to be my Patreon page, and that is where, if any of those questions spoke to you, you can get to be a part of what I am doing. You can get to see some of the fruit of my travels around the land, because what we've actually been doing is to travel the land as a family together and film at each of the most important sites. And what we have actually done is to divide this into 3 categories. So the first category we've called highlights from the land. This would be some of the most important sites, some of the most foundational sites where the most important information in the land would be given. Now, the second tier we have called off the beaten track, and that's where we've tried to find out of the way places that pilgrimage groups would not usually go to, unusual sites that you may not have experienced before. The third tier we have called in-depth, and this is the one where I take a subject and I unpack it in great detail. Most of those will probably be written articles, some of them may be podcasts. Now, we're trying to keep the cost of this as low as possible so that as many of you that would like to in this season, where I totally understand that many of us have much less money than we would normally have, that you would still be able to partake of this and enjoy this. But please do bear in mind that it takes time and it takes resources to travel to the lengths and the breadths of the land so that you don't need to. So we would love to see you joining in and getting to go on this journey with us. I truly hope that this would be a blessing to you. I send my love to you from Zion.